Hi and welcome to day 2 of week 6 of Bulgarian Training. Almost halfway. In a week I will be slightly more than halfway there. So, yeah, I'm feeling good. It isn't halfway to my goals for this year, but it's halfway to my temporary goals for week 9 of this year. But let's take this lift by lift. First of all, I started off with a 105 kilo squat. I started this workout at 6 a.m, so this squat was performed probably 6:07 a.m, 6:06 a.m. It was strong, even though I'm not a morning person. Like I said before, I have the muscle mass, so that it doesn't really matter if I have the energy or not, I can still squat it. So the squats went good today, but I had to get really focused. Alright, moving on. This was the hardest lift of the day, the bench press. This is the hardest lift of my life, ever. No, it wasn't the hardest lift of my life, but it was the hardest bench press of my life. So 82.5 kilos, and this was super slow. I think this was like a 4 or 5 second rep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rep maybe, 5 second. It was long. That was super hard. That was the hardest bench press ever. And unfortunately, it wasn't my heaviest bench press ever. But what I'm hoping is that really hit the muscles hard, and that in 2 days when I bench press again, it will be easier. I also need to sleep more. Although I slept more tonight than I did last night, I'm still sleep deprived. Alright, so again, not the best workout. Failed the power clean, and had to get into a better frame of mind, think about what I'm going to do, like, oh, I can't just jump with the bar, I gotta drive from the bottom, I gotta have speed from the bottom, I gotta throw myself under it. Like, I'm thinking through all these different things. I'm like, alright, just didn't feel quite right, so I'm just gonna reset again, flex the upper back, and just boom, I got it. Wasn't perfect, but I'm happy that I got the power clean today, and I think it will be better tomorrow. But you really never know with this training system. I've been training every day for 5 weeks and 2 days, so I'm on week 6 now, and it starts to catch up with you. It starts getting difficult, but it's the difficulty that helps you improve. It's challenging the muscles that makes them grow. So we just got to keep with it, stay at it. Now, this is where the workout stops becoming just maximum force and starts becoming endurance and mental fortitude. It felt good though. I didn't ever doubt myself during the rows. I just kept doing them, and they weren't perfect, but I'm really pushing myself here, and I do think I will deadlift 145 kilos this weekend. If I could do it before, I can do it again, and we will see. But I did 142.5 last week fairly easily. The problem though is that the reps I'm doing on these deficit rows are so high, so that I could probably do 10 reps with perfect technique, but since I'm doing 14, it just throws me off a bit. But I don't want to decrease the reps. I know that this technique will still give me a lot of deadlift carryover. All I want is just progress, and to really push myself in terms of the reps. And after this short training cycle, so in about 6 weeks, 7 weeks, something like that, probably 8 weeks actually, when I do a new training cycle, I will start from a lower row amount and work it up again. That way I can catch up with my technique a bit. But right now I'm just going to have to tough it out in these rows right here. Because if I get to 3 sets of 20, I'm pretty damn sure that I'm going to deadlift 160 kg. Because doing these rows with 60 kilos is so hard. It's harder than doing bodyweight chin-ups. Well, it's probably at least as hard. Something like that, because it hits different muscles. It hits less lat, less bicep, more upper back, although it still hits the lats and biceps hard, grip, hits my spinal erectors as well, which don't get hit by the chin-ups, and my hamstrings and my glutes and my quads to an extent, my calves to an extent, are being worked as well. So I just continue doing more and more reps, and here in the end, it's really difficult. It's really difficult. Like 14 reps with 60 kilos is crazy, but I'm doing like 1.5 minute rests between these rows, and I'm taking a bit of a longer rest, about 3-4 minutes or so, probably 3.5, before my chin-ups. That's why I'm always fresher in the chin-ups. But it's a formula that works for me. It feels good. I still want to hit the vertical pulling angle. I just don't want to overdo it, since I have more muscle weaknesses in the row department when it comes to upper back, spinal erectors, things like that. That's why I don't focus on chin-ups as much as I used to and focus more on rows. Yeah, but as you can see, I'm using pretty good form. I'm strong. I've always been good at pull-ups and chin-ups. I think it's just because when I was little, I used to climb a bunch of trees, and therefore I was strong there. And then when I started training, I liked pull-ups and chin-ups more because I was strong at it. And once you're strong at something, you just kind of stay strong. You know what I mean? But my bench press is weak, so we've got to work on the bench press. And by the way, off camera, after this workout, I jumped rope for 5 minutes and 20 seconds. And the goal for this training cycle is 12 minutes. But those 5 minutes, 20 seconds was really hard. But I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.